Learn English with simple stories. After listening, I'll explain new words and give you questions to check your understanding. So, let's begin. Listen carefully. The girl with the violin. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Melody. She was a poor farmer's daughter. Her house was small and cold. Her village was also poor. But her heart was full of dreams. She wanted to become a musician. She wanted to be a violinist. The villagers often laughed at Melody. They pointed and shook their heads. "Poor dream girl," they said. "Poor people like us dream of food, not music." They thought her dream was useless. They thought songs could not fill the stomach. But Melody did not agree with them. She never wanted to be rich from music. She only wanted to share joy. She only wanted to heal hearts with songs. The only obstacle was that she could not afford a violin. Still, hope lived in her young heart. Melody worked hard until the day she could have her own violin. One day, the villagers found something strange. It was an old violin in a wild garden. The wood was beautiful and almost perfect, but the strings were broken. Seemed like it was dropped there by someone. The villagers did not care about it. "A violin cannot fill our stomachs," they said. But Melody's eyes began to shine. Her hands trembled as she touched it. "May I keep this violin?" she asked softly. No one wanted it, so they agreed. Melody happily held it close to her chest. In the next weeks, Melody did everything she could to fix the violin. She saved every small coin she earned. She walked far to find an old craftsman. "Please, can you help me fix this?" she asked. He repaired the body and changed the strings. At last, the violin looked alive again. Later, she met a wandering music teacher. She had kind eyes and a gentle voice. She taught Melody the basics with patience. "Do not rush. Feel the song," the teacher said. Even at night, Melody still practiced under a small lamp. Her notes were rough, but grew clearer day by day. Her heart grew brighter with every song. One day, Melody visited a sick little girl. The child was weak and silent for many months. Melody sat down and played her violin gently. The music floated like soft sunshine in the room. Suddenly, the girl smiled for the first time in months. Day by day, even her health grew stronger. Her eyes shone with new light and hope as she ate her soup. Everyone whispered, "Music brings healing to the soul." There was an old man, always angry with his family. His grandson invited him to Melody's small village concert. The man sat, arms crossed, and looked unhappy. But then, Melody played a sweet old lullaby. His eyes grew wide, then tears rolled down his face. The song reminded him of his childhood days. He sighed deeply and finally smiled with peace. Music softened his heart and made him gentle again. One day, Melody walked past a quiet wedding. The guests were tired and silent at the tables. No one laughed. No one wanted to dance. Melody stepped forward and asked politely, "May I play?" She played a bright and joyful wedding tune. Soon, people clapped, then stood up to dance. The bride laughed and the groom clapped his hands. Music turned the wedding into a festival of joy. Day by day, Melody's music spread far and wide. The villagers began to listen with open hearts. They once mocked her, now they showed her love. Children ran to hear her songs every evening. Old people smiled when she touched the strings. Her music healed hearts and gave people hope. Yet, where there is light, there is shadow. A man named Rivaldo grew jealous of her. He hated the love she received from everyone. One day, Rivaldo went to one of Melody's performances. As she talked to the kids, he stole Melody's violin in secret. Melody searched everywhere but could not find it. She felt her chest break with sorrow. She could no longer play her music. Without music, her dream felt lost forever. The villagers saw her pain and felt sorry. They searched the village but found nothing. Rivaldo was gone and no one knew where. Perhaps he had broken the violin and fled. Perhaps he had left the village forever. Melody stood alone, her hands empty and cold. One day, Melody heard a knock at her door. Before her stood a young nobleman. He called himself Count Lar. He said he once lost a violin near this village. Melody's eyes filled with tears. "I'm sorry, I could not keep it," she said. Lar was shocked, but he listened. She told him about fixing the violin. She told him about her practice and her songs. She told him how music warmed the village, but then it was taken from her. Lar smiled at her and led her outside. He showed her all the smiling faces. He showed her how people were closer, kinder, and full of hope. Lar smiled softly at Melody. "The violin was wood and strings," he said. "You gave it life. You gave it soul." The next day, Lar sent Melody a new violin. She held the violin close, her hands trembling. Her heart danced like a song of love and hope. From then on, Lar often came to the village. Each time she played, Lar stood with the villagers. He felt her notes were full of light and hope. He heard sorrow turning into gentle forgiveness. He saw joy shining like spring in every song. One spring day, the whole village gathered under a peach tree. Melody played her violin, and the air bloomed with music. When the song ended, Lar stepped forward. He placed his hands on the violin. "Melody," he said, I did not find my violin. I found you. Will you share music with me forever? Melody blushed, bowed her head, then smiled. Melody's dream of music brought joy to her village. Her songs healed hearts and filled lives with hope. In giving happiness to others, she found her own. And she found a man who loved music and loved her. Their tale lived happily ever after. Let me explain some new words from the story. Dream, dream. Musician, musician. Violinist, violinist. Laugh, laugh. Useless, useless. Heal, heal. Violin, violin. Forgiveness, forgiveness. Tremble, tremble. Craftsman, craftsman. Repair, repair. String, string. Teacher, teacher. Patience, patience. Practice, practice. Concert, concert. Lullaby, lullaby. Hope, hope. Jealous, jealous. Steal, steal. Sorrow, sorrow. Nobleman, nobleman. Soul, soul. Blush, blush. Lastly, let's answer the following questions. Question 1. Who was Melody? Answer. She was a poor farmer's daughter with big dreams. Question 2. What did Melody want to become? Answer. She wanted to be a musician and a violinist. Question 3. Who helped Melody fix the violin? Answer. An old craftsman repaired the body and strings. Question 4. What happened at the quiet wedding? Answer. Melody played music and people began to dance. Question 5. Who stole Melody's violin? Answer. A jealous man named Rivaldo stole it. Question 6. What did Count Lar give Melody later? Answer. He sent her a new violin. Question 7. What did Count Lar ask Melody at the end? Answer. He asked if she would share music with him forever. Today's story is very meaningful, right? Do you like listening to short stories? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment on what you would like to learn next. See you next time! Goodbye.